The final task involves a CSRF attack where token validation depends on a request method. Cross-site request forgery, also known as CSRF, is a web security vulnerability that allows an attacker to induce users to perform actions that they don't intend to perform. This lab's email change functionality is vulnerable to CSRF. Even though it attempts to block CSRF attacks, it only applies defenses to certain types of requests. In this lab, we will use our exploit server to host an HTML page that uses a CSRF attack to change the viewer's email address. So this lab is completed by the following. First, we open up our lab and we click on the My Account tab. Then we type in Wiener as the given username and Peter as the given password. And as you can see, our username and email is given. We open up Burp Suite, we go to Proxy, HTTP History, and then it should take us to the My Account tab. Then we're going to update the email, so we're just going to change it to now to test@testuser.com. We're going to click on the Update Email button, and you can see that it updates here. And then when we go back to Burp Suite, it should say down here that the email is updated from testuser, or it's updated to test@testuser.com. So then we right click on the request down here, and then we say send to burp repeater. So we click on send to repeater. Then we click on this repeater tab. And then you can see here that there's this CSRF value. So when we go down to the CSRF value, let's say we want to change it to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Click on send. And then you can see that the response is an invalid CSRF token in the response section. So again, we're going to right click on this request section and click change request method, and then click on the get method. So where is the get method? Change request method. We click on this little get thing here, and then we click on the send button. So as a response, it should respond with an HTTP 302 found, which is right here, which means that the CSRF parameter isn't validated on the server side. Then we minimize this tab in Burp Suite, and we open up what the solution says. And since we're using the Burp Suite Community Edition, we're going to copy paste this code here. Minimize this, go back to the Burp server where the lab is, and then we're going to click on go to exploit server. We are going to replace this body with the code, and then we're going to replace this your lab ID with this link above. So we click on this. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Just delete that. Okay, and then we change the email value to, let's just say, user@hacker.com. We click on the store button, and then to view that the exploit worked, we click on view exploit. Let me just make sure this worked. Oop, I copied the wrong URL. So not this URL we're supposed to copy. We are copying this first one here. All right, and then again, we keep it at user@hacker.com. Now we click store, and then view exploit. That is what we were looking for. So you can see that it's updated to user@hacker.com. And then we go down to here, again, proxy HTTP history, we can see that our email was changed to user@hacker.com here. Just to minimize it again one more time, we go back to the exploit server. We changed the username, or not the username, the email address in the exploit. We change the email address in the exploit server so it doesn't match our own. So let me just say test@hacker.com. Click on store again, and then we deliver exploit to victim. And then it should say, congratulations, you solved the lab. And then when looking at Burp Suite again, you can see that it was delivered to victim and the lab was complete. So again, from this lab, I was able to gain a deeper understanding of CSRF attacks and how they work, and the utilization of an exploit server to host an HTML page to change the viewer's email address. In addition, this lab varied from the first CSRF attack because we utilized the burp repeater tab, so this tab up here, and we observed that if we change the value of the CSRF parameter, the request is rejected. So yeah, that concludes the final video.